In 1930, in Mexico, in one of the shops, there was a mannequin. It was in the form of a girl wearing a white wedding dress. But when anyone sees her, feels that she's alive, pulsating with life, and that she wasn't just inanimate, as if she was something with a soul. Anyone sees her would stand contemplating in front of her because of the amount of details that makes any person think that she's a real bride of flesh and blood. What is the story of this mannequin? Hello, I'm Bro, coming from Wikiplanets with a new series called Confidential Files. And today's file about the Pascualita mannequin. All what you have to do is to turn off lights and use your headphone to enjoy the story, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell down below so you don't miss any of our exclusive files. It's called the Pascualita mannequin. At first, it must be known that mummified bodies such as mummies have an important tourist attraction, and this is a strange thing that shows as human beings we care about death just as we care about life. And although the idea of seeing corpses turns out to be terrifying and gripping, but as we have said, it represents a tourist attraction, as it reflects the embodiment of the past, ancient cultures, histories and civilizations that we haven't lived through, such as the mummies of Egypt. As is the case with the Pascualita, it's assumed that she was a mannequin in a store in Mexico, but everyone who saw her asks the question, is this a mummified corpse? Especially the details of her face are amazing, strangely real. Large eyelashes, eyes with details and strange luster. The veins of her hand are clear, details that force anyone to be stunned, afraid and terrified. But it's a fear that doesn't have a clear explanation, as if there is a frightening negative energy ejecting from it. She appeared for the first time in a wedding dress store. The people were surprised by her presence at the first day of the year on Christmas. Everyone saw her was confused, afraid and worried, to the extent that the residents of the area said that it was the body of the shop owner's daughter who had died a few days ago by a poisonous bite from a widow spider. And indeed, the mannequin was very similar to the shop owner's daughter. And some residents believe that because of her father's grave, the body was mummified and put in the form of a mannequin, and he put on makeup for her to look this way, to perpetuate her memory, as some have said. The widow spider mentioned above is a red spider found in Mexico, but it's also said that one of the people who had the affair with the shop owner's daughter, when he knew that she was going to marry someone else, went to a witch, and she cast a spell that causes the girl's death on her wedding night. And on the other hand, some people say that she's just an ordinary mannequin, enough exaggerating, and another opinion says that the father's grave over his daughter made him make a mannequin that looks like his daughter. And another story telling that one of the magicians saw a mannequin and admired it, and cast a black magic on it and transformed her into a creature that combines life and death. At night, life runs in the mannequin and makes her move, but during the day it returns to just a mannequin. Of course, most of these opinions have been denied, but despite this, many people who have seen La Pascualita swear that it's a mummified corpse of a woman, and some say that her eyes are watching them and moves with them back and forth, and her hands moves randomly. Sometimes her right hand is raised, and sometimes her left hand, and sometimes both. Away from all these opinions, but the strange thing that the owner of the shop was taking extraordinary care of her. He used to open the shop every morning and then clean her directly, and he used to stroke her unreasonably, and it was forbidden for anyone to think of touching her. And according to one of the residents of the area, he used to say that every time he goes to stand near her, he gets very sweaty.
I think she's a real person, and there is a trapped spirit inside this mannequin, asking for help to get out.
He said. As the time passed, the owner of the shop grew old, and he left a will stating that no one is allowed to change the mannequin's dress except for his cousin. And then people asked her, after the death of the shop's owner, about the reality of the mannequin. And she said, I felt a lot of deed towards it. It was full of vitality, as if it were a living corpse. The shop has been sold, and a team of scientific researchers asked to examine the mannequin, but the new owner of the shop refused without any reasons, as he was enchanted. And one of the workers in the store tells a very strange story. Let's listen.
I worked in this store, and I knew the story of the mannequin. And frankly, I thought that what was being said was just rumors and lies that the owner promoted to make it known. However, one night, as part of protecting the place from theft, I heard the woman calling my name, and her voice was crying out for help. Impulsively, I carried a flashlight hidden towards the voice. It was coming from La Pascualita. And when I approached, I found her lying on the ground, and her features was different from I knew. I was astonished how this possibly happened. I bent down to adjust her and put her in place. But when I touched her, it suddenly turned her neck 180 degrees to my side. I jumped out of my skin and threw the flashlight from my hand and ran screaming. And it was my last day working in this store, and I recognized that everything that is said about this mannequin is true and not just a rumor.
In the end, if it was a mummified corpse, an enchanted mannequin, or even an ordinary mannequin, it would still be one of the most terrifying mysteries in the world.